CAC to LTV in e-commerce, explained relatively simply. Now there's a little bit of maths in this and there's a lot of terminology, but I wanted to basically just run a video through the metric that obviously does control the scale of an e-commerce business, but I suppose this actually could be used for any kind of business really. So my name is Leighton. I run an agency called Leading Social that helps Shopify stores in Europe and the US with acquisition, retention, creative strategy, creative creation, and financial planning, forecasting, which is all this CAC to LTV mumbo jumbo. Okay, everyone talks about CAC and LTV. Most people know the definitions, but not a lot of people actually know how to build a growth strategy around them. And today I want to break that down, CAC to LTV in a practical, simple, but usable way, and how the best e-commerce brands, or at least how the brands that we run, use it to scale calmly instead of guessing. And I suppose how we're able to create call it a blueprint for the year ahead. We did a lot of this recently, going into 2026. Today is February 4th. Probably won't be watching this for a while though. Okay, quick refresher, just to get us all on the same page. CAC, how much to acquire a new customer. This includes paid ads, creative costs, agency or team costs blended in. Anything to do with acquiring the customer, we like to consider that into the CAC. Some people will actually just look at the platforms. Let's get all that data in there. Okay, LTV, how much that customer is worth over time, not just the first order. So 30, 60, 90, 180 and beyond. Where most brands get this wrong, they look at first purchase versus their ad spend, and they call that CAC to LTV. That's not LTV, that's revenue per order. So your real LTV is cumulative over time. And look, anyway, for me, this is a relatively new concept. I've only really kind of properly educated myself on this over the last 3 years. Before that, I was all about ROAS. That's how I won business. I came with ideas that would improve the ROAS of a business. And in all fairness, I think we were all in that boat kind of pre-COVID. But yeah, you learn to understand that it's not necessarily about the ROAS on the platform. It's about how much that customer is going to be worth over time. So the advanced way to think about CAC to LTV. So you're really asking yourself, how fast do I get my money back and how much profit does each customer produce long term? So great brands track, and even I track this from an agency perspective, obviously larger windows, but a brand will track the 30, 60, 90, 180 day LTV. Me personally, I obviously do 3, 9, 12, 18, 24, 36 day LTV. Then they compare each day to their CAC. So this shows your payback speed, your true profitability, and most importantly, how aggressive you can scale. So an example that should hopefully make this click, I'll try to get some edits on the screen here. But let's say your cost to acquire a customer is 40 quid, and from day 0, the LTV is 55 quid. Perfect. On day 30, it's 75 quid, and 90 to 110 quid. So that means with that calculation that you're profitable on your first order. Fair play to you. And you're extremely profitable over time. This example can usually scale very hard. Now, compare that to somebody who spent the same amount to acquire the customer, but their day 0 LTV is €30, and their day 90 is €45. So this customer isn't spending as much, they're not coming back as often, and this brand is bleeding cash while waiting for the retention to save them. Now it might come, but in this example there's no proof that it comes. It's a totally different risk profile. So what a good CAC to LTV ratio actually looks like. Rough healthy ranges for e-commerce could look like breaking even or close on the first order, which these days can honestly be considered as a luxury, but it's amazing, but it's not required, right? So that might look like 1.5 times your CAC back within 30 to 60 days, 2 to 3 times your CAC back within 90 to 180 days. So when you hit this zone, scaling becomes a lot more predictable. So why CAC to LTV controls how fast you can grow? I'm sure you're putting the picture together now and why this all makes sense, but a strong ratio means you can reinvest aggressively because you're confident in your product and your customer. A weak ratio means you must slow down and fix your retention, your margins, your acquisition. So you have to really kind of pinpoint the bottleneck and you need to understand, okay, what needs to change in order to make this profitable. So this is why some brands can scale from 10 grand to 200 grand a month in ads and others collapse when trying to do that. We have seen brands go from 10 to 200k a month in ads in probably 3 months, 4 months maybe, and they just have this all dialed in, and they work really closely with us to make it happen, and they do what we say. Some additional insights some founders will miss on this. Two brands can have the same ROAS, but totally different CAC to LTV health. And I remember when this first kind of clicked for me. So example A, high AOV, low repeat purchases. Brand B, low AOV, huge retention. The ROAS might look identical, but brand B is massively more scalable longer term. So now I want to kind of funnel it back into, so usually in our industry, Meta is considered the scaling channel, or at least the most scalable channel. But on platforms like Meta channels, like Facebook or Instagram, to better your LTV, you want to really aggressively test your creatives. You want to scale your ad spend more consistently when things are working. And if your LTV is strong, that means that you'll be able to dominate your market share a lot stronger. Now, we've seen this with a lot of brands, particularly in the UK, where they just totally got this down to a T, and they just scaled, and yeah, it's worked out really well for them. So strong LTV gives you room to be patient with your CAC. Let that sink in for a second. So if you know that your customer loves your product, they're gonna get it again. They're gonna buy from your business another time over the, or maybe 3, 4, 5 times over the course of a year. You can kind of map out how much that customer is going to spend in that 12-month period or in that 18-month period, and that lets you really kind of stretch how much you're willing to pay Meta for that customer. And this is how brands compound. So the flywheel kind of looks like this, better creative, lower CAC, better retention, higher LTV, ability to scale spend, more scale, more data, more money for creative. And this is how the brands compound. Simple question every founder should know. A little bit of a quiz for you. What is my true CAC? What is, including my agency fees, my team cost, and my content and stuff like that? What is my 30, 60, 90-day LTV? How long does payback take? What multiples do I reach long term? If you can't answer these, you're scaling blind. And if you have a significant revenue business, these are things that you really need to look at. So when you should look at fixing the first element, which is CAC. So obviously, naturally, when your ads get expensive, if your CPMs are rising, if you're struggling creatively, and if your payback is too slow, usually you're missing something from an acquisition perspective. That's the bottleneck. And when your customers don't return, low repeat purchase rate, heavy discount reliance, that usually means that your LTV is not in a great spot, and retention and product experience are the main issues. Now, this isn't always the case. Like, obviously, if you're a furniture store, there's only going to be so many times people are going to buy a sofa off you. You're not going to be buying 4 or 5 sofas a year. So, but in the majority of scenarios, this is what people should be looking at and considering. So the outro on this one is: ROAS tells you how an ad performs today. CAC to LTV tells you whether your business can scale for years. The brands that win long term aren't chasing cheap clicks. They're building strong customer economics. And if you want a hand with that, please do schedule a call with me below. I'll leave my calendar link in the description. And yeah, my name's Leighton. Please like, comment and subscribe, and go Ramila Mahagat.